Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. I'm Millicent Walker. On the news this hour, Governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom, wins appeal as filed by the candidate of the APC, Mr. Emmanuel Jime. The court struck out the appeal for lacking in merit and awarded a penalty. And with the recent killings and violence in some parts of the country, President Buhari is calling for calm. We find out solutions to these violent activities. Plus, Nigerian federal lawmakers are finding solutions to the infrastructure gap in Nigeria. A bill is in the works. We find out details on how it will work. Welcome everyone to the program. Let's begin this afternoon from the courtroom where the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja has affirmed the victory of Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State in the March 9 governorship election. In a unanimous judgment delivered earlier today, the court dismissed the appeal filed by the All Progressives Congress APC and its candidate in the poll, Mr. Emmanuel Jime, for lacking in merit. The judgment also resolved all the issues against the appellant. Meanwhile, the appellate court awarded the sum of 150,000 naira fine against the APC candidate. Let's get more from our correspondent, Amaka Okafor, who's covered the proceedings today. Amaka, what more do we know, especially as to how some of the parties are reacting to this?
The appeal court sitting in Abuja has dismissed the appeal filed by Mr. Emmanuel Jime challenging the election of Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State on the grounds that it lacked merit. Justice Fred Oho, who read the unanimous judgment of the appellate court, held that Mr. Jime did not formulate any tangible issues against the election of Governor Samuel Ortom. Some of those issues include that the allegations by Mr. Jime that the elections did not follow laid down principles and provisions of the Electoral Act and the Constitution. Mr. Jime also alleged that card readers were not used in most parts of the state during the election. But all these issues were resolved against him. But it is not yet over as far as this case is concerned, as Mr. Jime and his party still have the next 14 days from today to appeal to the Apex Court, which is the final arbiter as far as election matters are concerned. Amaka Okafor, Channels Television News.
Thank you, Maka. In the meantime, some eminent and deserving Nigerians have been receiving awards at the ongoing 2019 National Productivity Order of Merit Award in the nation's capital, Abuja. The chairman, Channels Media Group, Dr. John Momo, received his award and is one of the recipients at the event. Others include President of Dangote Industries Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Chairman of UBA, and philanthropist, Mr. Tony Elumelu. A total of 26 individuals, 7 organizations are to be honored at the ceremony currently ongoing in Abuja. Addressing journalists ahead of the award presentation, the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Dr. Christine Gige, said the event was in recognition of the recipients' outstanding contributions to national productivity. President Muhammadu Buhari will be attending the opening ceremony of the Nigeria Conference, that's E-Nigeria Conference Exhibition and Awards 2019. The theme of this year's conference is National Digital Economy. It is Nigeria's annual Information Technology IT Summit hosted by the National Information Technology Development Agency. Also, Nigeria's president has condemned the violence in Boki local government area of Cross River State, which he says has led to yet to be ascertained number of deaths and arson attacks in the past 24 hours. In a statement, the president notes that so far there have been claims and counterclaims as to who started the killings and arson between the neighboring communities of Msadop community and Boje. According to the president, no dispute or grievance is worth the violence, snatching away of another person's life. Nigerians must learn to live peacefully with each other and seek less British means of resolving conflicts. Our country does not need another war. While acknowledging that security agencies are already intervening to end the crisis, the president also asked the Cross River State government and the Boki local government authorities to ensure that the unfortunate situation is effectively resolved. Now, there are about 218,000 Nigerian refugees in Chad, Cameroon, and Niger Republic. This is according to the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. According to addressing a news conference in Abuja, the UNHCR country representative asked the federal government to create conditions that would facilitate the return of the refugees. He adds that Nigeria is currently housing 46,000 refugees from Cameroon, and they're spread across Benue, Cross River, and Taraba states.
We may have another 2,000 or 3,000 more that have not yet been registered, but we have registered together with the government, with NCFR-MI exactly, 46,000 Cameroon refugees. The majority are in Cross River. We have around 5,600 in Taraba, 6,400 in Benue State, and most of the rest, that is so many thousand, are in actually Cross River State. And then, of course, let's not forget that we have also Nigerian populations have been displaced out of Nigeria. There are refugees in Cameroon, 96,000 Nigerian refugees. In Chad, 12,000 Nigerian refugees. And in Niger, 112,000 Nigerian refugees. The total of the IDP population that is accessible is different from the total of the IDP population that receives assistance. The total accessible is 1.8. The total assisted is 1.2.